Hey, what's up? This is JBAT, and today I will be doing a review for the issue of Detective Comics 677 Batman. And this comic continues the Nightfall story arc, which occurred from 1993 to 1994. Now the title for this story arc was Night's End, I think part 9, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, and the title of it was Flesh and Steel. Okay, so this is J. Hey, what's up? This is JBAT, and today I'll be doing a review for Detective Comics issue 677, well 677, and it was a Batman issue. So this is Detective Comics Batman issue 677. As you can see, it has Jean Paul, formerly Azrael, as the current Batman at the time, and then you have like Nightwing right here, Then you have Batman down himself, Bruce Wayne back as Batman, because you see he's bleeding, cool image, So yeah, I'm basically just going to touch on this, And I remember getting this back in 1994. It was in August of 1994, I believe, when I had picked this up from like a store. I can't remember if it was a comic book store or not. But, now the title for the issue itself was called Flesh and Steel, like the actual story for it, And it opens with like Nightwing and Robin fighting Jean Paul, So like Nightwing is fighting Jean Paul, that's the current Batman, and plus he has changed the look of his new Batman armor. The armor is still the same, but like the blue cape is now gone. He has like a red cape over him now, along with like the armor, like the gold like armor that he has, So he's like fighting Nightwing, and they fight all the way onto like a bridge, and they fight into like the ocean. They fall off the bridge, and they even be under the water, And then they eventually end up like on a gambling cruise, like cruise ship, like with a casino on it and stuff like that, And throughout the whole story, it is believed that Batman has died in a accident, like in an explosion from like the Batmobile supposedly blowing up. I didn't read the previous issue before this, So Nightwing and Robin, because Robin is Tim Drake, and at that point in time, Tim Drake was Robin. They both believe that Batman has been killed in the Batmobile, So in the end, Nightwing, he gets like blooded up, from fighting like Junior Paul as Batman, And then he escapes again, and that's how but it ends with him actually confronting Batman. So Batman really wasn't dead, So actually throughout the story, and Robin already knew it too, because like halfway through the story, Batman, Robin, Tim Drake, he comes across Batman. He said, "Oh, you're alive." He wasn't dead. He didn't die in the Batmobile explosion. Now I thought this was very entertaining. I thought this was fun. You know what I'm saying? And it was action. It was straight up action all the way throughout. Like the whole issue was like just full of like non-stop action, which is fun and cool. And you got to get a very good look at Nightwing, because he's Dick Grayson, the original Robin. So you had like a good look at them too, you know what I'm saying? Now other characters that showed up in this were, you have Bullock and Montoya. They showed up in this, because they was actually overlooking the battle between Nightwing and Jean Paul Valley as Batman, But yeah, I thought this was fun, So this is it was like non-stop action, and the artwork in it was good, It looked very fun and good, So this is my this is just like a review for like a single issue, because these really aren't that long. So it's not really too much I could say about them, And this is during the Nightfall saga, So this is Detective Comics issue 677, and it was Batman, and it was Night's End part 9, part of the Nightfall saga. And this is J-Bat. Hey, what's up? This is J-Bat, and today I'm doing a review for Detective Comics issue 677, and this was Batman, and this was still part of the Nightfall saga, the Night saga, but this part of it was known as Night's End, and it was part 9. Okay. Now I got this issue back in 1994. As you can see, there's like when Mortal Kombat 2 was coming to like the video game systems, you know. That's how you can tell it's been a long time. So this is from year like 1994. So I'm just going through like the issue itself, you know. I've had this like 20 years now. But there's like images of like Nightwing, you know, Robin, and they're fighting Jean Paul Valley as the current Batman at the moment, you know. Because, you know, the incident with Batman getting his back broken by Bane, you know. So these are just some of the images of the comic book itself, you know. Like there's more Robin, you know. And this was the Tim Drake Robin, you know, of course. Because Dick Grayson had went on to become Nightwing, you know. Now I thought this was a very fun issue. It had lots of like action in it, you know. It was like non-stop action throughout the whole thing, you know. It was very fun. It was like a cool underwater scene they had with Nightwing and Jean Paul, you know. Thought that was kind of cool, you know. It was fun. And here's like another major battle sequence between the two, you know, with Nightwing fighting Jean Paul. And the look of his costume had changed from like the blue cape he had on in the previous, when he first put on his armored costume. Now it's like a red color, as you can see now, you know. But it's really just the cape itself, you know. And if they went on board like a casino boat and was fighting too, you know. I thought it was cool because like the action of it carried on all the way to like a boat, and it lasted the whole issue, you know. So I thought that was kind of cool and fun, you know. And the artwork in this was very well done, you know. They did a good job on this, and I thought it was fun, you know. I thought it was very cool, you know. Cool image of Batman right there, because they thought Batman was dead in the Batmobile. Supposedly the Batmobile was exploded, you know. Okay. Now the writer of this tale was Chuck Dixon, and the penciler was Graham Nolan, and the inker was Scott Hanna. The colorist was Adrian Roy, and the letterer was John Costanza. And then you had the assistant editor, which was Darian Vincino. And the editor was Scott Peterson, you know. Now, so some of these I do recognize. I recognize Adrian Roy. I recognize John Costanza, because they worked on the comic adaptation of the films, you know. Okay, so yeah, this is Detective Comics issue 677. And this was from 1994. I even picked it up back then when I was just a kid, you know, when I was reading these, you know. And so I had this like 20 years. And this is Night's End Part 9, and this was part of the Night Saga. Okay, this is JBAT. In the end, Detective Comics issue 677 Batman, Night's End Part 9 was a great read, you know. I thought it was very fun and entertaining. It was like non-stop action throughout the whole issue, you know. Kind of gruesome towards the end, you know, with Nightwing and Jean Paul as Batman fighting, you know. But yeah, I would, you know, recommend this, and this was part of the Night Saga, you know, the Nightfall Saga, and this is JBAT. All right.